Will I cry? Will I leave behind broken and crumbled signs, hiding all my roads to you? Uh-oh. And if I fight, will I come to life, calling for all your light, giving all my heart to you? Uh-oh. And I've been falling, I've been lost, and I've been calling on my ghost. I put it to rest because I'm coming home, coming home. Stay to find every hidden sign, taking all my roads to you. Uh-oh. And I will fight, I will come to life, calling for all your lights, giving my light back to you. Uh-oh. And I've been falling, I've been lost, and I've been calling on my ghosts. I put it to rest because I'm coming home, coming home. Oh. And I've been carried, I've been dragged, and I've been lucky, torn inside. I put it to rest because I'm coming home, coming home. I'm coming home.
Sorry, but that music sucks. That's alright, but It's a little chintzy, right? Let's go back to that house, that deep house. That gets my feeling going. Sorry about that. I apologize. That's just not... That music doesn't represent me. You know? That's not how I feel. This is how I feel right here. Kind of in space, flowing around. You know, this is how I feel. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for calling yourself crypto lifers and being a part of the live stream. Thank you so much for being here and giving me your free time, man. I really, really appreciate it. Hope we can make it rich time. I don't know about free time. You know, last second I put the tie on at the last second and the suit. I was just going to put a regular shirt on. I did forget these buttons. Do I have to do the buttons? I thought about that. I was like, you know, they're encumbersome, like these little... I usually don't like shirts that have buttons here. I shy away from that. However, these patterns were nice and beautiful, and these shirts were... They weren't that... They were very... I bought like 4 of them, and they weren't that expensive, so it was nice. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Just wanted to dress up a little nice for my lifers, you know? Just put a little extra pizzazz on into the game. Funny, I'm battling one of my traders. He thinks Elliott wave theory is great. I'm not a fan of it. I've just never been a fan. I'm sorry. Probably should keep my mouth shut. But anyway, let's get into the live stream. We're talking about, you know, funky socks right now. Shout out to my man with the funky socks. You know who you are. You know who you are. My funky sock man. Oh, and when I go on the blockchain, I always mess up. No, this is not financial advice. Nothing I say and do on this show should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence for getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right? And there's the balls. Move my balls around. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. Come on in and do that. That would be a good thing. So, don't laugh. I'm talking about the balls in the jar. Don't make any... No, I know what you're doing. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about my actual... No, don't go into that. I just want you to move my balls, which are these balls. There's balls in the jar. All right? Move the balls in the jar. All right? Sorry. It's just how it happens. You know what I'm saying? I can't help myself. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on. Let's get that ticker up. Danny, what are you doing with the ticker, Danny? Yeah, you're eating Cheetos again in the morning. I see you eating the Cheetos, Danny. And now you got... Danny, I told you about the processed food. I told you about the Cheetos. Yeah. Now throw it away, Danny, and get... Can I get the crypto ticker on, Danny? Thank you. Dude, come on, man. I hired you to help me in the mornings, man. Not to just eat junk food. There's nobody here, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Everyone's wondering, what's up with this big red candle? Fat red candles to start the day. It's so sad on a Friday, low liquidity Friday, and I like to bang, bang, bang. I'm going to redo this, but right now I'm just taking a look at what we see on the 1 hour time frame. We have our point of control here with our node, our high volume node. And right here, you can see that we definitely resistance. You honestly don't even need this. You could just use support and resistance because it'll give you this alone. It's just nice to see the order. Same reason why we use the beautiful BookMap. Shout out to the beautiful people over at BookMap. Hope you guys are loving it. Anyone that got the affiliate link from me, anyone that got the discounts through me, anyone that watched the amazing webinar yesterday. Oh my God, if you haven't seen the webinar that I did with BookMap, please. Also, this Yellow Wolf and Kasky, I'm a big hip hop fan. They ripped this. If you never heard them together, I have to say, man, I got to give them credit. Absolutely ripped it. Yeah, even though, you know, rap, you'd find, I'm a God-fearing man and I love, but I did grow up listening to rap, and there's a part of me that just loves my rap music. But this, man, Yellow Wolf and Kasky, unbelievable. Like, they ripped Black Sheep, in my humble opinion. Like, Yellow Wolf, I actually never liked the dude at all. Like, thought he was the worst. After listening to this, man, I gotta, like, he can get it in, man. He can get it in. But if you go to BookMap here, so I listen to that in the morning to get me really, really going. Like, I love that, like, just you know, high energy flow, you know, well written. But check out this webinar here. It's amazing. Check out this webinar. Super awesome. 876 views and counting. I break down BookMap and how I use it against the order book. And, you know, I go back and forth from the charts to BookMap, back and forth. And you can see live price action. Learn a lot from this because it's happening in real time. This my friends, is unbelievable. I'm actually going to put it in the learning library in the Discord right now. This, oh my God. And shout out to the beautiful people at BOOKMAP that invited me in. And that was just such a nice, just a great affiliation, a really good relationship that I'm building with the people over at BOOKMAP. And I'm just very happy to watch it grow and, turn into more. So exciting. If you're in my learning library, we're about to drop some more knowledge on you because this BOOKMAP is going to blow your mind. It is a little advanced. I will say it's for the next level of trading. I didn't get into BOOKMAP and liquidity books in the order book until I was much farther advanced in trading. But, something to be said. So, all right. BOOKMAP can show the liquidations now, and I'm just starting it up. And you can see we got a liquidation right away. $33,423, 2 liquidations right there at about $29,500. So, and what are those? Those are shorts getting liquidated. So when you're up here, someone was shorting the market, the price came back up on them. All right. So shorts getting liquidated can push us to the upside, just so you know. Right. So I saw a lot of people bearish in the chat. It's funny, man. I get bullish when it's red. I guess you guys get bullish. You guys get bearish when it's red. See, I get bullish when it's red. I buy that nasty red. See, it's turned into a green candle already. To me, this is a double bottom, and we're going to break down what I see in the charts today and what I believe is going to happen in the next 2 to 3 hours. And then we're going to go from there. So right off the bat, on the 5-minute chart, I'm calling out some bullish divergence here. That generally many times is your bottom, especially when you get a higher low here on the RSI. That's going to propel you to the upside. Probably 70 to 80% of the time. It's not guaranteed. Nothing in trading is, but you do have probabilities over time. All right. I keep going back to the idea that if I have loved this old story, but my Russian Jewish friend told me this. Shout out to Joshua. Threw me a job right when I was in the middle of a mix, and you kind of got me out of a pigeon. And, a pigeon, yeah. But, I appreciate it. And so I'm so freaking pumped to see you and hear your voice. Been a long, tough week and a day job, but I'm joining every day. Every single day. Let's go. Shout out to Bison Nah, my man. You're going to make it, dude. You're going to make it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to make it. And here's my lemon water every single day with the lemon water in the Crypto Lifer etched glass, right? Shout out to each and every one of you coming on in. Thank you for being here. All right. So we have some bullish divergence established. We have a MACD cross here. We have some push up on the 5-minute. I'll tell you what. I am seeing, this is beginning to be bear flaggish. It is a double bottom though. Is it not? So look. But this is a double bottom. If the double bottom plays out, you have to see all the shapes and give their shape. 68% chance that this is going to break to the upside. All right? Just because it's a double bottom. If it bear flags out and we negate it, because right now we could be negating and we get more sideways action, Bitcoin will come down further to the measured move at 28,900. All right? This could happen here now as we roll over on the 5-minute. I get into the 5 and the 7 when the charts get crazy. All right? This tells me we could propel. So, and there's some bullish divergence. Yeah, it's not really that strong on the 7 even. When it's not even strong on the 7, it tells you might get a little more downside. Okay? You might get a little more downside. Levels to watch for Bitcoin. I'm looking at Kai. Kai's getting hit with Bitcoin. I entered Kai here. It's been a slow bleed. Come on, Kai. Oversold in the 1 hour. Oversold in the 4 hour. Waiting for that bounce. Can I get the bounce? Sitting at the 706. Now sitting at the 786. I may cut off the trade even before I hit my 8% stop loss. It's been a boring wait, Didn't put too much capital in it. It also has hidden bullish divergence now, for sure, established. I mean, that's likely to pop from, in my lifetime. I've seen this pop many, many times, but nothing says that it will. Nothing says that it will. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here in a falling wedge. Still tight. I'm going to redraw a bunch of stuff too after this, and I'm going to look at what we're seeing. Let me flip out to the 4 hour though. So when I flip out to the 4 hour, you see that we're in this rising wedge. You see? Up. We went up. We went down. We kind of came up. We went down. And that's why I started this trend line here. And I noticed we were in a symmetrical triangle. This symmetrical triangle has a 60 or a 50% chance of going either way. To the upside, we're at 35,368. To the downside, we're at 26,419. We'll know when we break this area, bearishly retest, and honestly, bearishly retest this area here at about 28,929K. We want to see us try to fall above, we'll fall below it. We'll try to get back below. That's when we could fall to 26,000. $20,000, right? Everyone's keen on the daily. Everyone's saying we're going down. Another thing is, though, everyone is saying we're going to the downside. Daily is ripping to the downside. You see that? And you've had 1, 2, 3, now 4 days of pain. This candle will close in 9 hours. We haven't had 4 red days in a while. We did break the big point of control. You can see the next space we should get a bounce from is this area where you have the most orders here, right there, at exactly 28,900. So I'm kind of expecting a bounce there. Let's see if we have any big orders that could hold us from getting stopped out or dropped out. Let's take a look. So if we look at it, you can see 28.8, 28.9, 20, there they are. And look at all the liquidity, 28.9, 28,900. And that should basically match up with this VPVR. The VPVR and the BOOKMAP liquidity, they should equal each other if they're working correctly, right? Because why would this tell me there was a lot of buys and sells there, and that's where we should see the locked up liquidity, or just not locked up, but just where people have orders. These are actual orders on the order book. People saying, I want to buy Bitcoin at 29,000. Look how many people want to buy Bitcoin between 28,500 and 29. That's a nice big wall. It tells me that if we come in down in here, we're likely to bounce to the upside. Also, there's more liquidity here than here. It tells me it's likely we come down and grab it. Similar to yesterday, remember we were here and we said the same thing. There was more liquidity here than here. However, we ended up just going sideways. We've been sideways pretty much, To me, this is sideways range. If you really look at it and break it down on the 4 hour, you have a low range here. You have a higher range here. Ooh, oh my gosh. Look what I just saw, everybody, that no one has seen yet. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I see it. I see it, everybody. I see it for the first time, and that's why you watch this live stream. My brain just did it. I just did it. Hold up. I got to do it right now. Who wants to see it? Hold on. I'm going to hold back. Who wants to see what I just saw? I need the lights to start running up right now. I need that chat to start flipping. I need people to, I need people to write how they feel in the morning right now. I feel good. I feel great. I want one word: great, amazing, fascinating, appreciative, gratitude. I want all the words that make you feel good right now. Send those words that make you feel good. I need words that make you feel good. Let's get it. What words make you feel good, baby? I want to see them. I want to see them. Super, great, blessed, yes, awesome, amazing, excited, fascinating. Feed your life. Crystalline. I like Crystalline. That's got to be my man, Anku. Man, no, alive. Yes. Blessed. Yes. Compatible. I like that. Green. Amazing, healthy, exciting, blessed, fired up. Get it. Wow. Yo. Woo. That's what I'm talking about. That's lifers. Those are my lifers, baby. Those are people that got the energy. Those are people that got the fire. Yo, check this out. I see something that I haven't seen any other YouTuber talk about. We're going to find a nice clean chart. I'll look at the Bybit perpetual, right? But, I mean, it's kind of, it's not that groundbreaking, all right? I kind of built that up a little bit, but, I'm just saying. Reversal diamond. Back to the upside. If a diamond broke out of it and came back inside, it never happened. So we can negate this wick. That is a reversal diamond. Textbook reversal diamond. I haven't said anything about it because I haven't seen it. Nobody has talked about this yet. This is groundbreaking. We need this extracted. We need to get this to all social medias. These are textbook reversal patterns to the upside many, many times. You can talk to a 60-year-old trader that's traded the stock market his whole life. He cannot look me dead in the face and not tell me that does not resemble a reversal diamond to the upside. Watch this. That is a bullish reversal diamond to the upside. Thank you for everything, Lifer. Shout out to Jeremy Antrim for the $19.99 super chat. You're the man, dude, for flipping the dub my way, man. Thank you for the dub. Lover, the gain on your mic, please. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, how's that? It's not the gain. It's the, damn, man. How's that? Is it better? Someone should have told me the mic level was bad the second we started. You know what it is? Once a week, I can't explain why, my Streamlabs will tell me I'm like off, Like this level isn't the same. That should be a good level there. Sorry about that. There we go. Just closed the 50x long early, but I'm just practicing. Nice job, Ed. I don't encourage the leverage trading. Sam, I couldn't see the messages. There's too many nowadays, man. Dang. I can't stand when the mic's hot like that. It's never should be hot like that. It's horrible. Horrible. Shout out to Finbook and the Bob Menery. Can you believe the way that guy jumped up, kicked him in the face, slapped him with a pie, and then jumped into the stands, ate a hot dog, crushed a Coke, smashed it against his head? I mean, I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. Not since Joe Montana did a somersault, took off his pants, and ran into the stands. Nothing wrong with excitement, baby. Leverage trading makes you say, I once was a trader. Don't do that, leverage. It's true, man. He's very right. Dude, I'm gonna horridly have to now listen to how bad my mic was just now. If you use leverage, I'm gonna have to listen to it. I'm so upset. I'm so not thrilled. Not thrilled at all. Hold up. What the? I just want my balls, which are these balls. Oh. There's balls in the jar. All right, it's a little hot. It wasn't as bad as I thought, thank God. It could have been worse. It's been worse before. It's been worse. There we go. That's my level right there. That's where we need to sit. Do you teach 3X traders? I trade 3L and 3X. That's it. I won't trade anything else. You know what I'm saying? 3L and 3S. But that is a reversal diamond. Let me show you textbook. You could just go look. Trading. Reversal bullish diamond. And you could read them a week, man. And I don't know if any other trader on YouTube has positioned it yet. But I'm telling you, it even looks that same way. You get the left to the right instead of the right to the left. You see? It just, instead of the high point down to the, it just, I mean, it's starting to show me some signs. It's not guaranteed, but it's starting to show me some signs. We do have that wick to the left, which is but we broke back in the pattern. And that's just manipulation to me. Look at these textbook reversal diamonds to the upside. You see? All right. Everybody? We understand? Everybody here in class? Everybody class? Everybody now? Everybody in class? All right, so, I mean, that's a textbook reversal diamond, and I'm going to be watching it closely. I'm going to be watching it very, very closely. I'm also in the zone here, right? And clearly, clear as day, that's the pattern right now that's forming. I'm not going to do it. I mean, some people were going to hate me for doing this, but like, it's not, I'm not going to say it really is, but it just resembles. It resembles. This would just be hilarious. I mean, this would be how the diamond would play out too. You see? How do you get this is the measured move of the diamond is take that middle area and pop it out, because eventually it just becomes a bull pattern, right? A bullish pennant that wants to break. Our measured move would take us 34,000. That one there, this one possibly, 34,000 areas. So, am I saying this is guaranteed? No way. Does this have to happen? No. Am I saying, oh yes, it's a diamond, and does everyone have to go around and say that the crypto lifer said we have to go to the upside because we're in a diamond? And no. But I'll tell you what, I am seeing a known pattern in trading called the reversal diamond. All right. Even though it's not textbook perfect, it's got, to me, it has a lot of the bells and whistles. Okay. Yes, we fell out of it to the downside. However, we broke right back in. That is a capitulation. When it comes right back up, you can kind of reverse that it ever happened. Capitulation wick, like that wick right there, that wick right there. Like this is represented by a wick on a weekly time frame too, in a bigger time frame. So, and this is why you come here, because I didn't even see this yet. I'm seeing this for the first time. You guys are watching my mind just kind of begin to assimilate to price action, right? And it's a good thing I don't drink that coffee, man, because I got to stay fresh and limber. Now, I still see what I don't like is, a bit of a descending triangle too in here. Like I do see it's kind of a descending triangle. You got a flatter bottom than a top, which is more bearish to me. Like yesterday we had one break down, right? We talked about that. This one right in here. Let me show you, because it's good to kind of go back in time and use this for learning. And descending triangles are garbage. They're nasty, and they usually dump. And like, look, this was one. And they dump nice. Length of the pole is your measured move, right? We went pretty close, all right? We went pretty close. However, we got bought back up pretty fast too. So 4 hours, very bullish. As you can see, I don't like to short when everyone's like, I'm shorting. You do what you want. You do what you want. You begin to short when the market's red. It's kind of like betting on the horse when he's already crossed the race. You know, you kind of have to bet on the horse before everybody knows he's going to win. You know what I'm saying? And that's why trading is different than just, you got to have a plan. I also even said, like many other traders might not have pointed it out, but I also said, hey, this is an M. We got to watch out for it. It didn't break down. The M came back up, made a descending. Kind of made a double bottom here too, and we're going to discuss that in a second. All right. The old Mickey D's. Yike. Don't eat Mickey D's. It's full of parasites. You won't be able to get the parasites out for up to a year and a half. Trust me. One burger will ruin you. Anyways, I'm just messing around. I'm making jokes. I don't know if that's true. But look, so the measured move here is 28,800, right? Can we go there? It's very possible. However, we did get bought back up already. The chance we don't hit that measured move, a chance we kind of did our thing already. But descending triangles break to the downside. Just wanted to use that as a moment to teach. All right, anyway, back to the basics. 4 hours in this wedge, highly likely, even if we're bearish in the long run, that we wedge back to the upside. All right? So, likely we wedge up, and we could even start making the diamond. We'll choose. This is a twisted sister. We'll choose one of these patterns. They're both bullish. 68%. All right. So I'm just trying to show you what may be coming your way so you could be privy to what could be happening. I don't like this as a cup and handle. I'm going to delete the cup because it's just too much. You can't call everything a cup and handle. Even I will say that, which I know people might be gasping for air right now, but trust me, it is what it is. All right. But this is a wedge, and I'd like to see a bounce back to the top of the wedge. We are respecting the wedge here. No doubt about it. No doubt about it over here. No doubt about it, huh? You know what I'm saying? Some even are still keeping this true, which, you know, I'm able to keep multiple patterns in tow. If that holds, we're going to make a symmetrical triangle, 50-50 shot, you break out. So, and I know I might be blowing your mind, but I can't ever show you one pattern because life doesn't work like that. That's like me telling you tomorrow you're going to go exactly one way no, like, I don't know what you're going to do. You might eat 2 eggs. You might eat one. You might drop your toast on the floor. You probably won't, but it could happen, you know? You might chip your tooth in a glass. I hope you don't. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, something great will happen. Someone might buy you a coffee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You might meet the woman of your dream. Yo, you know what's crazy? There was a day in my life where I met the woman of my dreams. Like, I was 24 years old, right? And I went to a party. No, I was 20. I'm 22. I was 21 years old. Mind me. No, I was 22 years old. 22 years old. I'm getting old right now. 39. 17 years ago, I met my wife, all right, that I'm still with today. How did I meet my wife? I went to a barbecue that there's like 5 guys that lived in a house in Queens. We all rented houses in freshman year. You would find a house and rent it with a bunch of kids in Queens, and we all went to St. John's. You'd move off campus and have some fun, like an Animal House, you know. I rented a house with some amazing people. One of my best friends too grew up to become the president of a publicly traded company. One of the buddies that I shared my room with in that house, like, you know, a lot of success came out of that group of people. My other buddy took over his dad's company and became multimillionaire, did his thing. And my other buddy created a company out of thin air and became the CEO of it, you know, and basically became a self-made multimillionaire. I saw my friends do amazing things. That's not the point of the story. Sorry about that. But the point of the story is my wife. And so we go to this party, and I'm at the party, and I see these 3 Afghan women. Like, I didn't know they were Afghan, but they looked exotic. They all had this long hair and like kind of very majestic features. And there was one that was just like drop dead beautiful, right? And it was my wife. And I'm staring at her, and I'm like, wow, this girl is just, whoa. Like, and I want to tell the whole story because there's, you know, but I twisted up and I started talking to her, and we went down to the basement, and we did, you know, back then, I know that's, you know, I live a different life, but I was a kid, I was in college, and there was a picture of a model on the wall, like a Maxim model, because Maxim magazine, and she was like, wow, that girl's kind of beautiful. And I was like, you would look just as beautiful if like they put the hair. And I was like, there's a fan blowing her hair. I was like, they have a whole team around her. I was like, you're far more beautiful than her. Like, you know, that was, you know. And then the Celtics were playing that night. And I believe it was a playoffs game. This is funny. The Celtics were playing the night I met my wife. And so awesome because I'm going to the Celtics game tonight, and I see and I'm watching the game, and next thing you know, I'm talking to her, and we're talking, and she goes, "You're not paying attention to the game," and I said, "I don't even care about the game anymore because you're just so beautiful." You know, and then literally I had written a poem for this is a true story. I'd written a poem for my college thesis because I was a film major, and I'd wrote this poem about a guy who lost his wife, his long-term girlfriend, and like he had to live with her death. I don't know what made me, but that's what I wrote about. And I made this 20-minute movie. I flew to LA and I shot it in Los Angeles, and it was from New York to LA. I did so much for it. And anyway, I memorized the poem because I had to memorize it for the film, and I whispered the poem in her ear, and she at the end, I feel like we have each other, like we're just talking, and I didn't kiss her or anything, but I know we have this close connection, and as she walks up the stairs, she's about to leave the party, and I said, "Can I have your number?" And she's like, "I don't have a phone," and I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's playing me. Everyone had a phone at that point, you know, in 2004, 2005. And I was like, I had the Nextel. We had these Nextels. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. I don't know if you guys had your Nextel. Yo, yo, yo. Anyway, I met the woman of my dreams. The point of the story, sorry to make it so long, is today you just might meet the woman of your dreams. You might be 24, 25, 30, 31. I don't know. You might be 17, 18. You might be 40. But I met the woman of my dreams one day. And you might today. Today might be the day that you meet the women of your dreams, man. I'm just telling you, man. Sam has more game than Milton Bradley, man. Yo, that's funny. So anyway, let's get back into the charts. I'm sorry to go on a tangent there, but you know, I have such a wonderful wife. She keeps us all amazing. She makes the lifers, she really keeps the lifers sound, you know. Also, if you take this all away, you can even say we're in just to me, it's a bull rectangle. It's a giant bullish rectangle. Hands down. So there's some bullish technicals here going on. And I said there was about to be a bounce when I started the show. I did show the bullish divergence. It's now playing out pretty nicely, as you can see. We kind of had a bullish divergence with this double bottom. The double bottoms kind of basically went to the measured move. Let's take a look here as we suggest what was going to happen before my long tangent. But dude, I met my wife, and she's part of the show because she keeps me sane, and she makes sure I'm showed up all these days, and she makes sure that everything goes well. So without my wife, there would be no lifer, right? And so shout out to her. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for hitting that like. 400 likes on the live. Never seen that. Never seen that. We never had to do that before. 55 on the chats. We got to get into the super chats. Wifer holds it down more than anyone knows. She's amazing. We love you, Wifer. She really does, man. I would be lost without my wife, man. We got to get back above the psychological level of 29,500. That's a crucial area for us to make a move here as well. You could also call this a bit of a falling wedge that did break to the upside, right? I've been bullish since this morning, even since that little dump. Once that dump happened, I was like, liquidity grab, you know? And we should see a bunch of shorts. We should see some shorts getting liquidated here, and we do. They're getting bought up. They try to get some more long liquidity here. Let's see if they come down and grab it up, but it looks like they're bouncing around, trying to find their way. The market maker's still kind of finding out where the most money is. He's going to go wherever he feels the need. You see? He's going to go wherever he feels the need. That's how this works on BOOKMAP. Shout out to BOOKMAP. If you don't know what we're looking at, these beautiful orbs and shapes, this is BOOKMAP. Beautiful people over at BOOKMAP. The man Bruce over there that ran that webinar with me yesterday. What an amazing man. And check it out, man. What a great team. What a dedicated group of people. And they're adding things every day. And they added this. They didn't make you pay for this. This was added to Global Plus. You can see liquidations now on live screen. See who got hit off on the futures accounts here. See the amount of money. Wow, 317,000, 15 events. I mean, they got a lot of people thinking we're going down. When they do that, they usually crush you. You really you want to be el contraire to the herd, you know? And that's why you stick to TA, because TA will just make you the same way every time. You won't be with the herd, you won't be not with the herd. Sometimes the herd will be with you, sometimes the herd won't. You'll always be with the technical analysis. You won't really have to worry about what the herd's doing. You'll be locked in, ready to go, spot on, right? Measured move of this falling wedge, if you just keep it cool and calm and collected, you know you got divergence, and now you know you're in a falling wedge. 68% chance with the move. You got the mojo with the flow, with the flow goes. No Floto with the Flojo. But here, you get all the way up here to 29,783. You know, and I'm not saying we're out of the fire yet, but what that would do is put us back in my pattern that I had drawn here too as well. Right? So just something, you know. To me, actually, are we already back in? Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, we're already back inside the pattern. Okay? And the pattern I'm talking about is just like this kind of wedge here. See? So I'm cool, and this wedge too. So I'm expecting a bounce to the upside. All right? Yes. Cup and handle to the upside. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. So that's what we're looking at. Celtics game tonight. I am going to the Celtics game. I will live stream probably from my pocket. I'll live stream for like a minute or two and give you guys the skinny of the finals. Why not? If I'm, you know, you're probably not allowed, right? You know, I don't know how I'll do it, but you can have, people have their phones out, right? They're always doing social media or something. I don't think you could, I'll see what happens. I'm not saying, maybe I can, maybe I shouldn't say that. But I am going to the finals game tonight, and you can live stream your face, right? Because your face, you're just at your, you know, and you're not showing anything, right? Anyway, I have no idea. I just gotta shut up. If I shut up, it would be better, and just talk about the charts, man. Shut up and talk about the charts. All right, man. All right. Stupid. All right, so 29,006 back up again too, and the bounce. I mean, we called the bounce with the bullish divergence. It's funny. Do you see all the bears at the beginning of the live? I want to call it the bears. Let's call it the bears at the beginning of the live. Where are you, bears? Let's call you out. Because I was watching the comments come in at the beginning of the live stream. Smash that like. Where are you, bears? And there was one guy like, 29, going to, look, do we see 28K charts right now? Charts are tough right now. No, I'm not calling that dude out. He's just asking. I see a flush up to 34. I have a limit order from last week still pending. See, this guy's one of the smartest people in my trading group. I have to give it to him. I was giving him some flack this morning because he likes to trade Elliott Wave, and he's telling me the dollar's going to pump, and I'm like, man, Elliott Wave, I'm not into it. And anyway, I love you, Preston. I know I might have been joshing with you this morning, but this is one of the best traders in my group. Like, you could just, he's smart, he's intelligent, he's been around, he's been watching me for over a year. I would heed what he says. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would heed what he says. He's in a long up to 34 for Bitcoin recovery. Woo. I mean, we saw it. We saw it here. We showed you why. Everyone wants to know what would happen. We saw bullish divergence on the 5-minute chart, right? And we got our move back to the upside. Simple as day, right? Simple is. All right. We're going to go through a bunch of altcoins today. Don't worry. We're going to have a bunch of fun. We're going to get excited. We're going to blast through space and time. I can't wait to do it. We're going to go to the moon and back in the next hour and a half. I can't wait. Are you strapped in and ready? Worked out this morning. Got the pump. Rodney, I got a pump, man. I was like, Sorry. But I got a good pump, man. I got a good pump, Rodney. And I was thinking of you. Sounds a little strange, right? Sorry, but you know what I mean. This dude's a bodybuilder, man. And he's huge. So whenever I even attempt to bodybuild myself, I think of Rodney just completely dominating the game, you know. Look at this guy, TikTok's house. It'll crash to 26K and then go up. See, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't say stuff like that. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, okay? Lifer Pamp, I love you, man. Pamp it. Why do people say Pamp? Where did Pamp come from? It makes me laugh so hard. It makes me think of baby Pampers, you know? Pamp it. Stonks, Pamp it, and everyone makes the funny names like Huddle, Pamp, Stonks. I don't trade those Stonks. Like, where did Stonks? Why do people call it Stonks? Down with the Stonks. But we don't trade Stonks here, man. This is Friday. I try to get a little funner on Friday, but we don't trade the Stonks here, man. We don't trade them Stonks, you know. Bitcoin on the way back up to recovery here to the upside. Don't get too, comfy. Shoulder, possible head. We probably are in for a right shoulder here. So, you know, a little bit of a beat down. This would, I don't know, man. It already broke out of the wedge. We could try to get it in a big, no, I mean, to me, wow, that's a breakout. Clean breakout for now. Could get rejected. Could be a smaller inverted, but just trying to get you ready for what could be happening. Get you planned and ready for the outcome of today. So, what do I see happening? Well, 5-minute will have to reset, but the 15 minutes got legs. No reason why it shouldn't stop and get all the way up here, even maybe get in here, and then this will blast out. What I'm telling you is we might make it back inside of this channel. And then we could actually break out of this. You see? That would make 100% sense for what we're trying to do for my bigger perspective, because I believe we're coming here to the top of the channel on the 4-hour time frame. 50 minutes bullish, 1 hour is coming down, could easily sloop. It is pushing down. You could see more downside. Nothing is guaranteed, but right now the 50-minute is bullish, likely to loop the 1 hour back to the upside with the momentum that it has. But anything is possible, you know? And the 4 hour is more bullish than not. If you just played the probabilities and you took in the 4 hour whenever you could, low, 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 and low, right there would have been one of the greatest entries for a huge move. Right here was a little pump, but you got a swing trade. Right here was another beautiful pump, and right here was another beautiful pump. 1, 2, 3, 4. One was just small, but 3 were amazing. You're in the same spot as you were the last 4 times, you know? You want to go through 10? 1, let's go through it. Let's do it. Let's teach you how to trade. If you've never traded before, this is the stochastics RSI on the 4-hour time frame. 1, 2, 3, and this is why we try to make it easy for beginners to understand. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could even do 8 times. You open up a trade here. Now, I'm not telling you you're catching bottoms. I'm a swing trader here on these. And I'm using, and you bet you're trading Bitcoin. No, I'm buying Bitcoin consistently all the time. I am a Bitcoin maximalist in a way, not a whole maxi like they're claiming these other guys are that want to chop down the altcoins. I'm not with that at all. But what I am is I'm constantly adding to my BTC bag all the time. Always adding to my Bitcoin bags. I buy 1,000, 500, whatever, you know, however I see where I'm at in my life, you know, my savings to income to range, and I look at my life and I'm always allocating into Bitcoin. Okay? It's the favorite. It's been good to me. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you what I've done. Okay? If you're just joining the channel and you're new, I see new people jumping on in, 693 people, 469 likes. Wow, never even had to say a word about the likes today. I'm not gonna, because lifers just hit the like button. They just do it. This is an amazing movement. This is a movement that's happening right now. Something is happening. We are growing at the speed of light. Today is a huge day for the channel and a huge day for each and every one of us. Congratulate yourselves. Congratulate the lifers. Thank you for being here. Okay, and we've done nothing yet. Show number 500, let's start like it's show number 1 now. Let's forget all the 500. We start fresh, beginner's mind. We act like we have just started a new day and we're beginning all over again. But we worked out this morning. We kept the mind right. We drank the lemon water. We're doing the things to keep ourselves motivated, to keep ourselves seeing where we want to go in life, to see the goal ahead of ourselves. You got to write down your goals. You got to have goals, dreams. What's my goal? My main goal? 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, and I'm here till I hit it. Everything in my life is to get to that goal. For the next 4 or 5 years, I'm in there. And I am pigeonholed. That's it. I'm on that one goal. I don't know, pigeonholed, but locked in. You know, whatever you want to say. I'm just zeroed in, lasered in. And I'm going to do everything in my power to get there. That's it. In the best way, honorable way possible. You know? So look, had we longed the 4 hour, right here, we would have made a nice swing trade. Number 1, check. Number 2, beautiful swing trade. And if we traded altcoins with this, we would have been able to trade some good alts. So this is what I do. I identify these movements and I trade alts with the movement. While the rest of the market plays games and cries about Bitcoin and, I got leverage track now, and they're leverage trading themselves to zero, I'm finding the greatest opportunities to play with the Bitcoin wave. Bitcoin moves, the altcoins move together. I'm teaching you so much more than just technical analysis. I'm teaching you how to read the tea leaves of the crypto market. There's ways to extrapolate. There's ways to get busy. There's ways to understand this. Join the trading group to understand it. Link in the description below. You got to join that trading group. You will absolutely love it. I also do a weekly beginner's course every single week. You will absolutely love it. Jump on into those 2 things. They will blow your mind. The weekly beginner's course is every Tuesday, 3 to 5, New York City time. Look, you'll learn stuff just like this. Look, stochastics RSI. You'll learn how to set up this indicator. Where is the indicator? How to use the indicator. What it means. We'll spend 20 minutes on this indicator alone. We'll spend 20 minutes on this one. We'll spend 20 to 30 minutes on this one. We will show you so many things that will absolutely blow your mind. You will never be the same after that beginner's course. I'm telling you right now. So if you're ready to change your life, hit that like button. Tell me and then ask someone who's taken the beginner's course. If you're out there, please write in the comments, say, man, I took that beginner's course, man. So boom, Look, low Stokes here too. Boom. Low Stokes here. Boom. And I'm not saying you're going to be guaranteed, huge gains, but look, this was a monumental one. Boom, boom, boom. It was spot on, like 8 in a row. If you had patience and you got in at the right time and you just, and you had some patience and you didn't overextend yourself, so you were able to handle the ups and downs at the beginning into the nitty gritty, and maybe you got into a capitulation wick. And that's why you want to be looking for these divergences on these smaller time frames, if you can, That's how it all begins. That's how you become a technical analyst, because you're not jumping in because you feel you need to jump in. You're jumping in when the charts are explaining or conveying higher probability entries that you've seen before in your life. And then you're watching all the times you've seen those and you're putting that together. Time in the market. Nothing can take away your time in the market. I say it all the time. I say it every day. Nothing can take away your time in the market. All right? So now look, overbought in the 5. Looks like we'll come down a little bit. Now you just want some sideways behavior. And you don't need to get into the 5 like I'm doing right now. You don't ever have, but if you want to learn, you can see. But like for us to remain bullish, this will have to happen. And again, this could be the shoulder, the head, and that's the shoulder I was talking to you about. And that's the inverted head and shoulder. So I'll be watching the 5. We can put the 5 on ice. What I do is I put this up on another screen here, and we'll keep the 5 on ice on a right screen. I have 6 monitors at all times. 6 monitors at all times, ready to go. Who wants to see the actual setup here? I'll show you the setup. I'll actually film it from the back end, and then I'll post it to my Discord. But this is what I'm seeing while I'm live streaming. All right, this is what it looks like to me. All right, these are my doodles. All right, I doodle sometimes. All right. Shout out to everyone who wants to see my doodles. The doodles are awesome. I think they're good doodles. So, by all means, jump on in. Fridays, they feel good because I remember being a kid and getting out of school on a Friday. And I'll always remember that feeling of being free and being out. And I'll always feel that. So I'm looking at Kai. I am personally in this trade, so I want to make that very clear. I disclose when I'm in a trade. I've been in the trade for about, 24 hours. So it's dipping a little bit with Bitcoin too. Getting close to my stop loss, but I stay until I got stopped out or it plays out. It is what it is. I do see hidden bullish divergence telling me that this will play to the upside. It's played out many times in my life. Cardia chain, I like what we're seeing here. Oversold in the 4 hour. And if we get that bounce on Bitcoin, by golly GMI, we will get a bounce here to the upside. So something I'm watching about is Kai, and I'm in the trade personally. So please, and do not get into trades because I'm in them, please. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. Okay? I win and lose trades just like every man and woman. Okay, moving forward, we're going to look at the show, which is going to kind of give us an idea of what's happening in the markets throughout. We want to look at the Dow Jones taking a beat down 694 points. That's not a good look at all. That's not a good look at all. And, we were high in the 4 hour, oversold in the 4 hour. We came flying. Overbought, we came flying down, and that's what happens. However, when this started when we were a little low, actually, right around here, wow, we got a jolt. Big moves can come below the dotted line. I was teaching my students that. I don't know if you guys remember. Do you guys remember me going over this? I said big moves can happen. Beginners get frustrated by this because I just showed you that's the best place to buy. But you want to wait for the big move first, then get in. See, it's not, we're below the dotted line, I get in. No, we're below the dotted line. Now let me wait for the capitulation wick. Let me wait for the big boys to try to fill their bags. Let me wait for that movement, and then I'm going to jump in on that. Okay? That's what you're looking for. That's what you want. All right? So oversold down here. We should see a bounce, but that's sad, man. That we Bart Simpson, and like I'm showing you now, we're back in this pattern. And I said, we could be coming back down here, very bearish. We needed to stay here. Also, look, shoulder, head, shoulder. Textbook. What I teach, you can use on any single, you can use on any single market in the world. The Dow, anything you need. Wait, what is going on here? Yeah, sorry. I'll just delete it and do it again. But it's just, that's crazy, right? Shoulder, head with a double top, right? Bearish divergence. This is kind of swinging to the upside here. This is swinging to the downside, And lo and behold, we would have a drop. Kind of sad, but it is what it is. Bitcoin not taking a bit of a beatdown as the Dow, though, which is interesting. But, I think they're baking in the CPI data. Everyone is worried about this big meeting by the Fed. Fed's going to continue to raise interest rates. And you know why? I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. Are you ready? What's likely to play out? All right. The dollar is going to continue to go up. Inflation the dollar is going to continue to go down in value. No matter what the Fed does. The Fed is trying to make the dollar more valuable. Okay? If the Fed can make the dollar more valuable, all right, they can basically, what they can do is they can make prices higher and they can make demand, they can lower demand, right? It's going to make things pull back. You can see houses. I watched the housing market in Florida. I was fiending to get in. I saw it pump up too fast because everyone wanted to go to free, the free country. They wanted to live free, so they ran out there, and that created a frenzy. And also people realized they always wanted to be there. A lot of people work from home. A lot of people used to go back and forth, and they said, man, I love being there. Now I don't have to do the winter anymore. And they sold their homes in the East Coast and all over the country, and they moved to Florida. All right? They moved to Texas. There was a mass migration in the last 2 years. Now, that created a frenzy for the prices. Now, that stopped. But real estate prices take like 5 to 7 months to bake in, and then they take like a year and a half to realize. So what happened was that wave pushed the prices. All these people thought they could get. So then it's just like altcoins. People who buy at the end. Once you learn how to trade these markets, you'll also be very good at real estate. And I'll tell you why. Because you're going to understand that real estate is just like an altcoin. And you got to buy it when nobody gives a damn about it. And then you want to sell it when everyone thinks it's the hotness. And you're going to do the same thing with real estate. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is just something I do. You do the same thing with real estate that you do with these alts. And you freaking trade them like candy. So right now the prices are dropping like flies in Florida for real estate. That's important because I want to buy in Florida soon. I'm going to be buying a house in Florida soon. Don't worry. It's going to be an awesome house with a pool. We're going to have fun. I'm going to invite lifers there. It's going to be a blast. Anyway, next year and a half at the very least, I will be, and I'm waiting. And so right now you're seeing, and also what's going to happen is the Fed's going to up the interest rate. It's going to be good for me. Why? Because when they up the interest rate, it's going to make the average person have less ability to lend. They're not going to be able to lend. And when you can't lend money, and you have to, because they're going to have to pay more to get money. And it's going to be harder for someone's going to have to pay more to get a loan. When someone has to pay more to get a loan, you're going to have less loans. If there's less loans, there's less people buying. Steve McGarry was so awesome yesterday. If you really listen to Around the Blockchain, Steve McGarry hit it because he's in a sector where he notices things. And he says, I talk to everybody. And just like that, because when there's a lot of money out there, everyone can grow. There's no reason. Businesses either grow or don't. People don't get that. A business is either growing or it's contracting. It's never really in the middle. You're either growing or contracting. There's no really in between for a business. It's interesting, And when money is cheap, there's no reason not to grow. So a recession isn't the worst thing. It just means that money is not as cheap as it used to be. And all the businesses around you cannot borrow as much. So there's no way they can hire as many people. Now, everyone's like, they're laying people off. That's bad too, but that's like a stock. When it goes up too much, that's the wick. The wick goes up, the wick's going to come down a little bit. It never should have went that high anyway. It's got to come back to a mean basis. We overhired, you could say, because of the money printing. Way too many people got jobs they didn't need. Way too many companies hired, they hired a water boy and they hired a water boy for the water boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now they're going to have one water boy instead of 3 water boys, One person's going to have to do a little more work, as Steve said, but that's important. So as you see this formation in the entire market begin to formate, you're going to realize okay, so if he raises the interest rates, it's going to make the housing market collapse. All right. Which is good for anyone trying to buy real estate, which is the rich, or anyone who's been saving their money and been watching the market, or anyone who's been patient and just been, hanging out. Now, he's not going to, in my mind, the dollar will have to stabilize a little bit. Bitcoin will have to take a little, either go sideways or maybe take a slight hit at one point. In my mind, we could get this move up to 34,000. They get to pull back down, right? But in the end, I'm going to tell you right now, in the end, all raising the interest rate will do is crash the stock market. It will never, ever stop inflation. You will see the market crash, and then you will see the price of oil and gas continue. It might stop it for a half a second, but it will continue. I'm telling you right now, I should be the one running the Federal Reserve. I don't think the people are competent right now. But again, I'm going to be quiet until that, because I don't want. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to make predictions 4 or 5 years from now. If these come true, people are going to say, hey, this dude said it on his YouTube channel. They will not stop inflation by raising the interest rate. It's over. I've been studying this. I am a student of Mike Maloney. Mike Maloney told me all this 10 years ago. Everything he told me was going to happen is happening. There will be a small period of what's called deflation, where it will look like the dollar is gaining power. That is the scariest time. That is right before the very last big drop for the dollar. So just in the long run, no matter what happens, if we drop to 18K for Bitcoin, you can only lose 50% of your net worth. The dollar has already lost 97% in the last 100 years. In the last 10 years, Bitcoin has gained millions of percent. The dollar has been dropping drastically. They have printed 20% of the supply in the last year and a half. Nobody wants to talk about the repo market, which is where two big banks lend against each other. Nobody wants to break it down. Nobody wants to educate you. I'm here to teach you how to trade. I'm here to teach you how to look at the market. I'm also here to teach you how to look at the world market and what's happening. Let's get back into the Dow and see if there's any saving grace here. All right. So the head and shoulder broke to the downside, and it's great when you know your fundamentals and when you know your technicals, because you're not using emotions and you see they all combine. And then I'm saying, show me the charts and I'll show you the news, and you can really start to feel that vibe. You can really start to understand what I'm saying. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. The charts begin to convey what you never thought would happen. And then you say, by golly, look, this was a head and shoulder pattern. And then everybody woke up today and saw a huge dump in this. But if you saw this last night or yesterday in the afternoon, there's a chance that you would have seen that we were going to take a massive dump today. All right. And it basically hit the measured move. Your wick to the neckline, and you know, a little lower than that. So where do we stand? What do we see here? I'm going to remove this for now. For the Dow, anyone who's in the stock, I don't own any stocks. I own like a tiny portfolio or something. I took all my money out of the stock market and put it into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was about, $8,000, $9,000. So I hope it pans out. I'm not saying it was the greatest move. So far, it's a pretty good move, but who knows? There's no telling how good that move is until we see it. So this retracement was horrible. This falling wedge had a breakout all the way to here, as you can see. Then we started to consolidate into a beautiful little bit of a flag here. That had another breakout to there. We did have this big bar of resistance that I was hoping we would get to, but wow, a fall down. Looking for, in my mind, like you either need a V-shaped recovery like Bitcoin's doing here, and Bitcoin did a better recovery. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, though. It might be struggling right now. I haven't, no, it's actually staying flat. It's staying flat. It's staying completely flat. Interesting. 29.5 about. All right. It's not taking nearly the hit that the Dow Jones taking right now. Funny how close they are, though, at 31.5 and 29.5 for Bitcoin. Can the Dow recover from here? You're very oversold. I'm expecting a V-shaped recovery here and a bounce right back in. So what I'm expecting, and only because I've seen it like maybe 100 times in my life, is a massive bounce here and some type of inverted. We don't, then we're in the dumps. We're extremely oversold in that 4 hour and that 1 hour. I mean, I expect a bounce in the Dow. I don't know about today, but wow, 755 as the blood gets worse. What's happening to the Dow? What is the sell-off? These people are too pushed by the... See, the Bitcoiners aren't as hit by the CPI data because we know that we want the dollar to continue to lose value, and we know they're in a mess, and we know they don't know what's going on, and we know that the smartest thing would be to be telling U.S. citizens to buy Bitcoin, but they're not doing that, right? And I'm not telling you guys to do that. I'm telling myself to do that. I'm a U.S. citizen. But again, years from now, people are going to see what happened, and they're going to be like, why aren't we listening to those random YouTubers? Whatever, though. We'll see. I may be wrong. I'm always open-minded to believe I'm wrong. I am. But I'm seeing the painting on the wall, and I've been reading it for years, and people smarter than me too. Mike Maloney's in his 70s or late 60s. He has a lot of wisdom. I've been listening to him for 15 years. I mean, I have 15 years of Mike Maloney's wisdom. I mean, so it's not just me. I'm going off of older people that know more than me. More love from the Lifer Squad, living it up. 700 people watching at one point. No, we still have them. 687 people. All right, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. The Fed is a puppet for the elite. They hold the world for ransom. Yes, they do. Super chat for BNB. A gift to the YouTuber. Be the first to say decouple. I'm hoping we could decouple. We're close to decoupling right now. Bitcoin going to 26,000. These guys, so many people. I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. We're going to watch it. It's called stagflation. Yeah, we will have stagflation. True, and you don't get to pay property on tax on crypto. Real estate comes from the Spanish word for royal. You never actually own the land you buy. Road Mix, I put in over 25 offers last year. Was outbid on every single one. This is the BTC dip. Next is Bull. My path to Sam actually started from the Matt Their Fault Epic Real Estate podcast. Matt led me to Matt Dillard name, to BitBoy, to Sam. Let's go. That's funny how people led to different people through different things. So, but it was your openness to be curious that led you to the lifer. Everyone got, you've come to Morpheus. You've definitely taken the red pill, right? Like you're in the next place. You don't come to me unless you've been deep diving. You find me deep diving, man. I'm a niche. I am a niche on YouTube for sure. All of the crypto space is a heavy niche. So the Dow struggling. Can we bounce back to the upside? My oscillator said we will bounce back. That this is actually a very good buy. And this will V-shape recovery right back to the upside. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. All right. I'm also seeing extreme bullish divergence so far. Look, swing down to swing down. And swing up to swing up here. And on the 4-hour time frame. That's bullish divergence. We should get a bounce back to the upside on the Dow Jones, I think around now. And we're bouncing at 755. See, when I see red, I see money. I'm like, that's a really good time to buy. Anyway, it is what it is though. I could be 100% wrong. We'll see. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I go over it every day. Let's look at total market cap. And that's why I can't escape my calls. They'll be in my face. So total market cap for Bitcoin. Symmetrical triangles break up or down. 50-50. Most of the time, they're bearish. I talk about them being bearish. When I see them, they're bearish. Even though basically they're up or down, bearish to me, right? But they can go either way. 1.26 or break down to the downside here. We take the whole measured move. Shrink it down to the base of the triangle over here. Boom-a-da-dum. And again, beautiful double bottom at support. Likely to get a nice bounce to the upside if you just play it the way you're supposed to play it. 4-hour very oversold. As I showed you, the 22-hour time frame, which I've been yapping about, is getting into that zone where it likes to bounce and it's at resistance with the wickage. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Nothing is at all. All right. And we can even kind of, as I've been saying before, not my favorite pattern even, but a bit of a symmetrical triangle too here. See? I always see multiple patterns. And as long as both patterns kind of for the temporal time frame share a similar resistance point, like these both patterns can exist together for now. Right now, we might come lower. If we do, I'll be expecting a bounce here. You get it? Because other people have this pattern drawn. And then that's something we can play. So I'm just like playing tennis. I'm ready for whatever which way they're trying to send me. I got my racket on the left, but I'm leaning. I got my racket on the right, but I'm leaning left. You ever see that move? Then you're like, because I might have to jump left, but I'm gonna lean. So you extend your racket right, but you lean left. All right. Do I have to go into the garage and get a tennis racket right now? I think I do. Right? Do I have to go in the garage and get a tennis racket? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So that's just something that we're looking at. Okay. Something that we're looking at. Thank you to each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I really, really thank you for being here. It's the nicest thing you could ever do, man. 700 people on the live, 598 likes. I've never seen that many likes for that many people. I really, really appreciate it. I am humbled to be alive. I am humbled to be here. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. Oh, yeah, I was going to show my studio real quick. Who wants to see the studio? You got to see the studio. I don't show the whole studio. I just want to show you what it looks like inside the studio when I'm sitting in there, as I'm doing my live, Soon it's going to be a big boy studio, though. I'm going to be sitting at some type of desk or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, you have to make this big? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monitors. I'm running the game, I'm running the board. I got some doodles for you. ISO 2022 ALGO. See what I just have written there? What do you think that means, man? Yo, that's like some alpha right there. Yo, that's crazy. I should not even explain that and just like walk away for the rest of the day. Just be like, what? Like, what did he have written there? Like ISO 2022 ALGO, man. You'd be like, what the? Yo, that's some, you could be, yo. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. So I like where we're at, and I'd like to see a bounce here to the upside. Oversold on that 22-hour. 4-hour could start the momentum. 1 hour wants to bounce, and so there we are. We got to get through this 15-minute, but it has some momentum, and we're starting to get a bit of a recovery, but nothing's guaranteed. We could go lower. We will watch closely throughout the day and keep you updated. But this is total, the entire market cap bouncing off 1.18. As I said before, we do not want to go and break through $1 trillion. That's going to be a sad, sad move. The daily and the 3-day, which we've looked at, 3-day has momentum, right? About to get a MACD cross too, which also telling you. And I keep going to that's 2-week chart and this weekly chart, and like we are beat to the ground. And whenever we've gotten this low, and look at what my Fibonacci drawn, we're sitting at the 0.65 and the 0.618. We're in the golden pocket. I'm just saying, you're in a falling wedge on the RSI, which is like one of the things that I do all the time. Like, this is my trading style. I'd like to see some pink and the blue line curving up. MACD, we could have a little more downside. I see the MACD could give me a little more love. And my moving average, I've been taking off lately just because they're messy. We are wide. They need to get close, but that doesn't mean we could go up, down, 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 and that could start the closeness. We'll get tight. So I don't think we're having a huge recovery here. But could we have bottomed and start to chop? Yeah, there's a chance. There is a chance. Shoulder, head, little right shoulder there. We did break to the downside. So I've given you some bullish signs. What are the bear signs? All right. I mean, the daily is overbought and in a bear flag, and we could easily drop down here to 900 trillion and break the $1 trillion range. So we need that 4 hour to put in some work. All right. The 4 hour is going to flip up before we get bearish, but I wanted to show you both symbols just so you can kind of figure out what's happening. Okay. All right. Dow still down 740. Let's take a look at the dollar now, the dollar index. If you're just coming on in, we look at the dollar every day here on the channel. Okay. We go through Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance, total 2, total and total 3. Total 3 is the entire market cap of all the altcoins, excluding ETH and Bitcoin. Kind of pointless to see. I mean, if you look at this, though, the dollar isn't a W. That's not too good. These break to the upside 68% of the time. You just got to play it the way you see it. Can the dollar break back to 111? That would crush our hopes for Bitcoin getting any momentum at the moment. All right. However, what do I have this green line here for? I show it every day on the channel, but this is resistance since 1989 for the dollar. All right. We were calling a dump from here for the dollar and a relief rally for Bitcoin. We got it somewhat at hand. We got we called this 10 days of pain because I was like, man, how are we going to go through this resistance at least on the first break? Then I was praying for a double top. So let me show you what I'm saying here. Let me zoom in here. So I was like, I believe we'll get to a double top here on the dollar index. All right. And this is what we were looking for. A double top. And we're back at resistance. And I would love to see a double top. Now, if Bitcoin is low and oversold in the 4 hour, it's likely we're overbought. And we are here on the dollar. I'd like to see this M play out here. We're at resistance for the dollar. It's time to come on down, dollar. You're at resistance on the 4 hour. It says that the Bitcoin's about to pump hard. It really is. It says Bitcoin's about to pump hard. That's what I see. And I'm not telling you that that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you that's what the technical analysis says. Okay? The odds are highly more likely that if you're on a short right now, you're about to get crushed. All right? But again, you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell anyone what to do, and we do see and we do see a bit of liquidity down here. And they may fill us up here at 28.8, 28.6 first before they pump us back above 30K. All right? So things to think about. But the dollar's not looking that strong. It's overextended. Look, let's open up a short on Bitcoin whenever the dollar is high on the 1 hour. Let's see how that played out for you. All right? It didn't work out too well at all. All right? It didn't. And I can prove it to you by showing it to you. So, I can show you what I see here. All right? What I don't like is this 5-day getting legs. That's not a good look. All right? But Bitcoin and the dollar could pump together too. You'd be surprised what you might see. I've seen it happen before. It's happened. It can happen. All right? But you are very extended on the 22 hour. Look at that. Let's go back to the last time that we were this high in resistance on the 22 hour. All right? You did have bearish divergence here, so we might wait one more push up, make the bearish divvy. Right? But honestly, you usually get bearish div on the first height. The second height, you might get one more push up, That would be great if you get giant bearish div like this. Like from this hill to this hill. And, you know, or if this goes up and this stays low, you'll get hidden bearish. And that would be beautiful. So if the RSI comes up a little more and we get an uptrend here like so, and this doesn't break that, you'll have hidden bearish. And that would be really nice on the dollar too as well. Hidden bearish will be nice. I'm getting better at my hidden bearish. I'm really good at all my divergences. Hidden bearish is the one that I like, you know, I could admit that it's like, but now I'm like, I see it all the time now because I'm like isolating it. I'm like trapping myself in it. I like to tell on myself. When I tell on myself, I get better, right? When I point out my weaknesses, it makes me stronger. So I like to do that. And when I have everyone here to do that with, I appreciate it. 733 people on the likes, 733 people on the live, 656 likes. Thank you so much for being here. I knew I should put the tie on this morning. I knew I should put the tie on. I knew good things were coming my way, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. Guys and girls, lifers, lifettes, binaries. And you know, everyone, let's do it. Roll call. Where are you from around the world? Watch this. Everyone, your mind's about to get blown. Where are you from around the world? Let me know. Let me know. Shout out to all my moderators here. Can you take a look at ALGO? We will. And mods, let's say the super chats, BNB and ALGO. Wow, where'd all that money come from then? Hold up. Found you through BitBoy's channel. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Let me go through these super chats. I like to always go through the super chats. I don't want to ever get too big. I'm not like looking at the super chats. I super chat people and they don't read the super chats. It's like my biggest pet peeve. Can you take a look at ALGO? I just want to know where did the 125 come from? Got $125 in super chats, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. I want to know where they're at. Super chat, BNB. Stephon Curry needs to sit out tonight, man. He's not 100%. Wow, if he sits out tonight, yo, if Stephon Curry sits out tonight, I'm going to the game. Ah! Sorry. Ah! Bring it down, Sam. Bring it down. You're wearing a suit and tie for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying? Have some respect for yourself. Acting like an animal over there. If ETH breaks 7 down. Okay, so where are you guys from? We got South Africa, Bermuda. I'm going to start reading off where you're from. Let's go. 745 people on the live. Pittsburgh, Cali. I usually do answer the super chats. That's what I'm saying. We just had a huge surge. I'm getting used to it. My moderators find the super chats and they give them to me. And they let me know. They let me know where they are. We got Boston, Mass, Estonia, Poland, Rhode Island, San Diego, St. Louis, Puerto Rico, Czech Republic, Amsterdam, from Holland, Mexico, USA, Tehran, Ireland, Belgium, Sweden, Budapest. Chef Curry gonna cook. Oh, man. You're funny. Sacramento, Caribbean, North Carolina, Chicago, Pacific Beach, Oxford, Puerto Rico, Boulder, Belgium, Chicago, England, Germany, Toronto. Whoa. See, the super chats go. So, see, I couldn't even see them anymore, man. It's getting crazy. I just buy and keep everything. The only crypto I've sold has been Solana. Everything else, I just accumulate. If I had your energy, maybe I wouldn't be down 60% on my very diverse portfolio. Hey, you're going to make it, man. Billy Walker, I love you, brother. Don't worry, man. Just stay the course, my friend. Illinois, Northern Ireland. Wow. Belfast, my peoples. Bulgaria, Beaumont, California, beautiful city. Kansas City, Worcester. Yeah, that's in England, right? Turkey, Uganda, Netherlands, Uganda, man. Earth, my man from Earth. Shout out to you. Vancouver, Sri Lanka, man. What a beautiful country. Thailand, Belfast. So, guys, whenever I come visit these countries, I have a place to stay. Who's got a bed for me and just a monitor? All I need is a computer to monitor for my laptop and Wi-Fi. I need a straw mat on the ground. I need a monitor, and I need some Wi-Fi. And if you got that for me, I can go anywhere in the world. We can run the show right out of your house. Let me know if I can come visit. I'm on my way right now. I'm booking a flight to all these different places because I got someone waiting for me, waving. I got a lifer waiting for me. So I'm hoping that this is a double top of the dollar index and we dump to the downside. I got you, man. I got you. You saw my setup. Zero Allegiance. Yeah, you got a nice setup. You really do. You can come on a Greek island with your family. That sounds amazing. Chris, no, seriously, Chris, email me, man, at cryptolifers@gmail.com just so we can, like, put you down as someone to visit in the Greek islands. Lifer World Tour is coming, man. We're coming around the world, baby. Around the world. 600. I've never seen 738 likes. I never asked for the likes today. I never had to say a word about it. I never even mentioned it. Like, unbelievable. Like, I'm blown away. It's so fascinating. Let's get back into the game here, though. 700 coming back. We were up. See, we're recovering from 755. I'm telling you, it's highly likely we V-shape recovery and make a inverted head and shoulder right here out of this. I've seen it just 1,000 times. I don't get phased by 600 points down on the Dow. I buy that. If I don't buy stonks, I'm not into stonks. I don't do the stonks. I don't do them, maybe. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. I want something for you to see. Bitcoin dominance is in this giant rising wedge. Now, if it breaks out, it does go parabolic. If it breaks down, we're going to get altcoin season, baby. So altcoins pump when Bitcoin dominance dumps to the downside, all right? So just something you need to be wary of is what Bitcoin dominance is, what it means. However, look, low on the 22 hours says it's about to pump with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin has a huge pump, Bitcoin dominance will pump. Bitcoin dominance dumps for two reasons. When people run out of the market and when people run into altcoins. All right, so you don't want to see Bitcoin dumping, and you don't want to see US Tether pumping against Bitcoin dominance. So right now, Bitcoin dominance wants to pump. All right, we want to see Tether dominance high on the. So what we want to do, you want to juxtapose Bitcoin dominance with US Tether dominance. It's just something you want to do a lot. So you go to USTT.D. I'm teaching you now. Pay attention. Write this down. It's going to teach you a lot of how to stay in the game. And again, this channel will keep you going. If I am going to take time out of the TA from teaching, I'm going to give you at least a life story. I'm 39 years old. I'm not the oldest guy in the room, but I have some life experience behind me. I fell in love. I've had 2 kids. I've traveled a little bit. My dad's getting old. I'm learning what death in life is. I lost 2 of my closest friends when I was 13 to 15. My grandfather died shingling a roof and fell and cracked his skull. My best friend found him. I fell through a glass door and bled through and had to save my life and close my main artery was just basically gushing. Like, I shouldn't even be here. I got caught in a riptide when I was 8 and almost drowned and swallowed so much water and almost never made it back into the beach. Like, so, I mean, you know, I broke my hand when I was 14 in a fight and punched someone's face so hard that I cracked it and got pins drilled into it. I got meleeed when someone made fun of my girl and I tried to stand up for her. I got punched from behind and got my jaw wired shut. I've been through some things, you know? I've been through some things, you know? And I've traded these markets thick and thin, up and down, through a lot of all this craziness, and it's been a wild ride. So if you want to jump on the wild ride with me, join the Discord. I'm going to give you every single thing I have, and we're going to have a blast. We're going to have fun. We're going to really have a life experience together. You're going to be part of my life. I'm going to be part of your life. And that's what it is to be a crypto lifer. That's where we are. That's what's going down. And at the end of the day, there's no jokes. Like, we put in a lot of effort into our technical analysis. As much as I may go off topic here and may kind of go into life, it's about, I mean, we're all living life, right? So that's the first thing we're doing. Then we're doing TA. But we're all living life, you know? And I praise everything, all these followers today, 752. I thank God for all my followers. Like, I believe God is great. Like, today is great because God is great. And my life is great. And God made my life great. I truly believe there's a higher being out there that loves us all, that wants us to live in a mansion, that wants us to see the ocean, that wants us to have the greatest things in life, that wants us to have parties with our friends and enjoy. And you don't have to drink and do drugs to enjoy yourself. You can enjoy yourself with the essence of life. You know, when I'm teaching my beginner's course and I'm getting into the course and I'm really feeling it, and like I see people, I can feel when people are asking questions, and there's a moment, everyone's together. And I'm teaching this beginner's course right here. I'm telling you, and it's every Tuesday from 3 to 5. It gives me so much joy. And to know that for $99, I'm giving someone what a lot of these YouTubers are charging thousands of dollars, and I'm giving it away for $100. And people know that it's an honest 2-hour class. And you know what? When I do that, the energy and the vibe that I feel with all the people in that class is nothing like it. Sign up for the class if you want. It's 3 to 5. New York City time every single Tuesday, and you're going to learn a lot about what I'm saying here and what I'm doing with these oscillators. You're going to learn exactly how I add. You're going to learn how to set up your trading view, number one. You're going to learn very slow what candles are. I'm going to talk about how to read candle bodies. I'm going to take you through the basics, all right? I'm going to take you through the basics. I just realized one thing. I'm just going to disappear for a second. I want you to guys really see what's going on here and break this down. So let's go to the 22-hour on both of these charts, and let's have ourselves a little bit of a party here and see what we see. Wow, this is interesting. We're bullish on Bitcoin dominance, and we're bullish on Tether at 22, both the same. That's quite interesting to me. Wow. Now, I'm just getting into the 22-hour more than I used to But that's like, now when did these pump together? All right, let's see. They recently pumped together. Tether dominance would pump up. What that tells me, right? Actually, no, here Bitcoin was pumping. Yeah, see here, no, they pumped together right there. Right there. So we're going to identify that moment in time. From May, okay, we're going to zoom in on this here because we want to be exact. We're going to get some really good data out of this. Bear with me right now because this is going to tell us a lot about like what we're going to see now because we're seeing the precipice of this and we want to see. So we were low on the 22 on both of these, you see? And yes, we would slightly go up, but then on this day, May 8th, from May 7th, 8th, and 9th, Bitcoin dominance. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, so right here. Yep. So we were both low. See, we were low on Bitcoin dominance right here. Right there. We were also low with the bend here on Tether dominance. Here, they were both low here too. And they both pumped here. Interesting. On these days, they both pumped. So on May 25th through the 26th, and May 8th, right? And so you remember those. You throw the Bitcoin chart up. You could even split it up, but then you got 3. And we're going to look at those times on the 22-hour time frame. And we want to see what the heck happened there for Bitcoin. You get it? And do you see how we're putting the story together? Now, you put 10 of those together, and 8 times something happens. You're going to start to understand something. You're going to start to put together a picture. I think I should be a little smaller, even though I love the suit. The tie looks great. Grew my hair back after that horrible haircut. Absolutely absurd. And Bitcoin's still struggling to the downside. We're going to take a look at that on the smaller time frame. All right. But what happened on May 25th? Let's go back. And we had a massive dump for Bitcoin. You see this? So it is telling us we do see something brewing. That's not too shabby. And I know we're low on the 2-hour, 22-hour, but this can come up and down, and a huge move could come. And the daily really is bearish, I have to say. That's a very bearish daily. Okay. One other move I'm going to make for you here. I'm going to be open-minded because I want to show you everything. I don't want to be, I'm not a bull or a bear. I trade the market, exactly what the market gives me. All right. Look at USDT on FTX, right? And if we zoom into the daily here, see, now bigger, and then look, this is another bullish idea is you're in this giant falling wedge. 68% chance it's going to break to the upside. Just simple as that. If you make it real simple, falling wedges break up 68% of the time. I kind of had this brewing here, right? I remember me drawing this and saying, I mean, that could be a rising wedge. And we're breaking down, so. With a measured move of this rising wedge is where it began, right here. Could be a bit of a double bottom too. So we're looking at that area for the daily to dump to, okay? 4-hour could stop it though. I've seen both things happen. So you gotta, that's why I'm just watching, that's why I watch the smaller time frames. Wow, but they dumped us. So they pumped us and they dumped us. Let's take a look. And now you're forming this, right? Now you're forming a falling wedge, okay? So it's just likely you're going to end down at the bottom of the wedge or you're going to double bottom here. See that? Fridays aren't the best days to trade because liquidity is low. Liquidity just kind of like, rich people take Friday off. They do it in the stock market. When I played the stock market, I rarely would let I trade. I trade Friday early morning, and then I would never trade Friday afternoon. It was just very rarely would I trade Friday afternoon. You know, it's kind of nice because it's a good day to kind of reserve. It's a good day to like be with your family. Take it. You know, trading is hardcore, and there's you want to be all the time. And there's this market there'll be money everywhere. 80% on these. We can see a lot of green in KuCoin right now. It's pretty crazy. KuCoin don't care. So what's the play for the day? Right now, like, do we open up a short? Do we open up a long? What am I looking at? I mean, 1 hour's bullish right now. I have to say, even though I don't open shorts up here. Even though they can dump. I gotta look at the smaller time frame. I mean, rounded top. See that? Rounded. Yep. Rounded top's no good. Could be making a, you know, an inverted cup and handle maybe, but see, a rounded top is no good. Bit of a shoulder, head, shoulder, 1 minute. I don't want you sitting on the 1 minute too much, but you can just, it's the time frame that will stop the carnage, you know. You do have some amazing bullish divergence here. See, because that's a sharp and that's flat. I mean, it tells you want to bounce. Now, when you saw the Dow take a tumble right like that, it was likely Bitcoin was going to take a hit. You know, they're connected. But as I said before, I'm like seeing a move up for the Dow. You're just seeing my mind at work on live price action. I'm just doodling, really. This is me doodling. I'm feeling out what I'm seeing, you know. Like, this would have to start breaking out, and we don't want to, you know. I'm gonna watch the market for a while before I open up a trade, you know. No reason I don't make moves that I don't have to make. I'll watch the market and then kind of see what I'm seeing. Still bullish on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, I'll tell you that. But I want to see where we eventually sit here and where we eventually stand. Let me look at BOOKMAP too. That'll give me a little bit of clarity. So BOOKMAP, 29,410, right? And as we did say, it's likely they were going to come down and grab this liquidity. It just, there's more liquidity down here than there is up here. So it's like a seesaw. Where would you go? Would you get rich down here? Would you get less? You know, where would you go? What would you do? Okay. It's kind of the idea there behind all that. So we need a double bottom to hold here. Boop, boop. We need this bullish divergence to be called the bottom right here, which it very well may be, because a lot of times it is. And it's very strong bullish, even though it's on the 1 minute. This one here is actually, yeah, that's like, look at that. And then you get your swing up. See, bullish divergence starts with class C. You had bullish divergence here too. You had, you know, it kind of comes in in twos. You see? And then you start to build your bottom and you start to round out here, right? So this wedge has to break back to the upside. This bullish divergence needs to get us back up. You know, bulls must get above 29,500 to remain bullish, and then bulls must get above this zone here at 30K. So let's take a look at the recovery on Binance US, right? Then we can leave Bitcoin alone again and get into the alts for fun. Major volume node here held us, so likely it will hold us. It's, you know, and if that holds us, it's likely we come and challenge the next one. So you're looking for a bounce here for Bitcoin off of 29,000, you know, any lower than that, 29,350, you know, which you're getting right now. Okay. And then we zoomed into the smaller time frames and we verified some bullish divergences, which you need to have for us to bounce. So we've looked into the bleeding. We put a bandage on it. That bandage could hold. There's no guarantees. I'll keep my group updated in the next few hours of what I'm seeing. Let's have some fun now. Let's jump on into these alts. I just love the alts, man. I want to find the money, man. You know, I want to find that money today. Let's take a look. TRB, look, broke out. Had I seen this without spending all that time on Bitcoin. And look, descending triangles are 50-50. Just because I know, most of the time I've seen them break down, but it doesn't mean they are. You know, TRB getting legs. Not saying to chase any of this, but wow, in the last 8 hours, nice 18% gain, right? The short for the rigid. See, and this is why we play KuCoin, because look at that short blasting off, right? That short got hit off. But look at this short, blasted off right there. Ascending triangle to the upside, bing bong, right? 12.5% gains. Sushi short. These are all the ones you like to short. VeChain, Sushi, AVAX. There's like 30 of them. Mana. They all just follow Bitcoin exactly to a T. The low cap gems on KuCoin do not. You do not. The phantom short. Whenever, you know, we had this call, they kind of dipped it, but look, it eventually would start to move. It's funny. I just doodle. Like, you'll just draw something. Like, this was like, this kind of did what phantom, like, originally was doing there. Measured move is the base. Usually I do put out shorts too. I'll be like, market's not looking great. I'm putting out a short. We were kind of low this morning and then we bounced, you know. Forest has been hot. It's been bouncing. Vision. Vision's very interesting to me because it's pumping while Bitcoin's dumping. And it looks like it wants to make a move. And even though all the other coins dumped, Vision didn't. So Vision looks interesting to me. All right. So just something to think about. You know, a little bearish divergence that played out already in my mind. Kind of get rid of it. So I like what I'm seeing for Vision. Possible move to the upside for Vision. All right. 11:39. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So moving forward. Anchor took a dump. Look, rising wedges break to the downside when you're high in the stochastics. Look, you also had a shoulder, head and shoulder inside of that. Just trying to point things out. You see this stuff again, get out. Bitcoin did this recently. You dump, you know. That's confluence, bearish confluence, you know. You also have bearish divergence because your price action swings to the upside, but you swing to the upside on the RSI, but very barely. Just not nearly as hard, you know. Let's look at our XHV you were saying. Yeah. Haven protocol. Look at that, banging. We talked about it yesterday with this falling wedge. Then we had this tight wedge. It isn't a rising wedge, though, but it is low. That thing could continue to the upside regardless. That's interesting. Kind of holding its own. And it did have the shoulder, head, and shoulder break. Got negated. Been watching XAV for that. Cake been holding strong despite Bitcoin. Can you look at it if you have time? Yeah. Everybody, send in those super chats. Do I have a moderator writing the super chats? I'm going to try to jump into the chat now. Super chats, BNB and ALGO. Really, Grace? There's only 2 super chats? I just don't believe that. There's $140 here. How could there only be 2 super chats? Send in those super chats for TA and Deep Dives. 28,400 subscribers and climbing. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't clicked the subscriber button, please click and help the lifer and your lifer community. Thank you so much for saying that. Super chats, BNB, ALGO, and Cake. Really? That's it, Grace? Funny. Let me look here. I can kind of see and replay. $4.99. Cake been holding. Subscribe. Wow, a lot of subscribers. Can you take a look at ALGO with a 10? Yeah, $5. I'm trying to find out where all the money came from. 50 DKK, $5. Thank you for the information. I look forward. Okay. $5 BNB lifer. I see that. Hard for me to see. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. I won't waste more time. Let's take a look at BNB. I love BNB. I think it's one of the greatest coins in the game. I bought BNB when it was $1. I love my BNBs. Oh, BNB, oh, BNB. Your coins are so forgiving. Oh, BNB, oh, BNB. So look, I got a Fibonacci drawn here on BNB. What I don't like, what I'm about to show you, what I don't like at all, and that my mind just picked up on, is a shoulder, a massive head, and a right shoulder, all right? That does have a measured move to the neckline from the head and down. And if we do take a beat down, you could see BNB negative 61. Okay, I'll take that away. 886 retracement, though, is a $61 BNB, all right? Lace, please. We'll take a look at Lace. All the super chats were just showing love besides the 3. Wow, thank you so much for the love, everybody. I'd love to read your super chat. If we could get, can you guys get the super chat so we can read them at least, though? I know, am I asking too much? But, you know, I mean, those people deserve. Join the Discord, guys. Let's make money together. I love that. 222. Thank you for everything, lifer. Bring on the bounce. Right here. Tune in on the Yahoo album. Show us the chart magic, Sam. Thank you, man. Audio is clipping. I hope it's not anymore. That's an hour ago. Yeah. We can't hear your voice. Been a long, rough week in the day, but I'm joining every single day. Let's go. That was way at the beginning. $3. Cheers to the you. $5, $3, $10. Ben, happy 500th. Amazing, bro. Congrats. Okay, so just like namaste, man. Wow, you people are just amazing. Just good people, man. Just good people doing good things. Just good people doing good things, man. Thank you so much, everybody. Really, really appreciate it. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. And I greatly, greatly appreciate your support and your undying loyalty to the lifer. I'll continue to show up every single day. So this worries me that Bitcoin dominance wants to pump with Tether dominance. Just last time we saw that, Bitcoin took a beat down. So just, kind of a foreshadowing of something strange to come. Okay? Not guaranteeing anything, but there's some probability we will see some downside there. And I did show you the bearish side to it. This was in a bit of a cup and handle. CEEK loved it. Was trying to hold this trend line. It broke that trend. See, once you break the trend, you kind of have to just get, you're just like, I never got into it. I was just watching it, but now I'm like, Now you might pump, but you broke the trend, guy. Listen here, guy. You broke the trend over here, So vision looks nice to me. It's strong. Another cool thing you could do, you want to go to, this is very simple and easy. All right. You see a nasty crash in the market, you run over to CoinMarketCap. All right. You run over there, you hit cryptocurrencies, and you hit 24 hours, right? And you see if there's anything bullish. Bitcoin SV, which is insane. Pax Gold, Helium. Helium's been strong recently. And it did this last time Bitcoin was struggling. Helium was the strongest coin. Nothing really good. Huobi token. We talked about exchange-based tokens. I have a video about that. And look, Cake holding strong too because it's DeFi. And people don't want to give up their cake. They're just going to continue. KuCoin shares has also been strong. And Tron. So now we have some things to focus on for the day. Tron's been a strong mover as well. Let's take a look at KuCoin shares, KCS. And so when the day is horrible and everything takes a beat down with Bitcoin, you either get ready to get in, you look for longs or shorts or whatever it may be. KuCoin shares took a beat down there. Look, stop loss got hit, 5% gains. I love when you only lose 5%. It's great. It's how it should be. That way you don't get beat to the ground unless you're trading with hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you know what I mean. KuCoin shares. And even if I like right now, if I look at this and I'm looking at a trade, this is me just kind of getting an idea. I want to see my risk reward ratio. Like Bitcoin could dump, change the whole idea, right? I'm not saying this is a trade. I want to make that really clear. I do not put out trades on my channel. I'm an educator and a teacher. Just showing you examples. What I like about this is if you're a beginner, it's a nice way to stay organized. It's a nice way to see the percentage of the risk reward ratio so you don't have to compute it. It's basically a calculator that's just showing you where your support and resistance lines are and where they mean your risk to reward ratio could be. And that's why I absolutely love this long tool. You can get the long tool right around here. Long tool, all right? Bang, bang, bang. And there could be a possible nice move to the upside here too, all right? KuCoin shares, you're at resistance. It could hold. I'm not seeing like a lot of love right now in the market. It's also Friday. I'm not like, oh, it's, a lot of times we come here and we're looking at all things and things pop, but it doesn't happen every day. I would love it if it did every single day. I'm like, yeah, this is in a bullish flag for sure. Has low liquidity. I don't know what it is, but this is definitely not doing what Bitcoin's doing, you see, and it's flagging out, Looks like it might be hard to fill a bag of this. Look like $1,000 order might be pretty hard, but still looking bullish to me. Wait for the 50-minute reset. That's a flag on the 1 hour. I mean, this thing could have some fun, regardless of whatever the market's doing. So, stored. I don't know what it is. I just make it green too, and then you can look for your green things here, and then only the green will come up, something that you're looking at for the day. Or a chain, an oldie but a goodie. Okay, so we were looking at this, a pawn last night. Pawn struggled. Came up, came back down, just flat though. Could bounce, it's back at liquidity. The idea is, as long as it doesn't break the bottom of this pattern, it's just back inside the rising wedge again. Has low liquidity, you can tell by just looking at the candles. They're not full candles, they're like choppy, right? That's how you know. But pawn is still on my radar. I'm not personally in pawn, I didn't get into it. Something I looked at last night as it could bounce off the channel. It had low volume, oversold on the 1 hour, very oversold the 4 hour with a possible move, and it has this trend line that it hasn't broke. Until it breaks this trend line, it's pretty bullish to me. Bounce, 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 and it's coming into that area. So that's kind of what got me looking at it, right? Pond. It did take the Bitcoin dump, right? People kind of sold off with the Bitcoin dump. So, and that happens. I want my students to know whatever Bitcoin does, if Bitcoin takes a beat down, it falls down. That happens a lot, all right? Happens a lot. It'll basically wreck every other trade in the game. So all trades look good until Bitcoin makes them not look good again. It's kind of sad, XPR, another coin that's very, very low, and you're getting some red behavior here. You had a shoulder, head and shoulder that kind of, to me, should have had a bigger downfall than it did, And I like to look at low 4 hours. That's where the money is. The money's in the red coins here. You want to flip this and change it to red, and you want to be in the red. You go to the green, those are the coins that have already pumped. So you want to see the lowest coin ever. Like Plaid was got pounded, right? But that thing had another 100% pump yesterday. Imagine if it has another pump today. You know, it's just crazy. Could it? You never know. I'm not saying it is. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just, you know, I'm just something to think about. This thing has been extremely hot. It's very oversold. Yesterday, you know why I'm saying this? Because yesterday I saw it and I'm like, I'm not touching that thing. It's already been on a... But look, yesterday it went up a beautiful, like 100%. 100, you know, craziness. Look, 400, no, I mean, 299? Like, what the... You know? So, and as it gains value, the gains get less, right? Because it's bigger. 157%, extremely oversold in the 1 hour. 4 hour pointing to the downside. I wouldn't, you know, usually I wouldn't jump into that. Slap up my moving averages. We are touching the 21 though. Big pounding now for all the 3L tokens. Look at that. Blasted. Ape got blasted. Max and Roll, this thing's been interesting. It had a huge pump. Trying to double bottom here. Keep my radar on that. XTAG's been different. XTAG, we got a little gain out of there, 55%. And yes, it dumped, but you can see it's not giving it up. Let's take a look at XTAG for a second here. It's been an interesting coin to me. We got something like this with XTAG, kind of a descending forming. Depends on where we eventually get our bounce here. 4 hours coming down. I'll keep this radar down here. I put an alert right here. I'm also going to put an alert right about here. Right there. When that alert hits, I'm going to be looking at XTAG. Because when that alert, that's what I do. I find possible setups that are about to pop, put alerts, wait for the alerts to hit. You must use alerts. You can't watch 1,000 coins and live a life. You just can't. It's not fair to yourself. Plus, you want to get the most out of the time you put into the charts. If you're putting 2 to 3, 4, 5 hours into your analysis, then your alerts are going to take care of you. If you're not doing that, you're going to have some trouble. You know what I'm saying? Dude, all these 3Ls got pounded. Bitcoin took a beating. Look at this. And honestly, it's pretty simple for me. Descending triangles, just remember this. When you have a flat bottom, even if it's like slightly up, but it's just descending triangles, they dump a lot. They get to the very edge and they dump straight down. Like I've seen them many times. Straight dump. Just straight dump to the downside. What was that? HAKA? HAKA busted out. Funny. And as the show dwindles, I tend to like start to, standard's still kind of hot too because it's above its previous low. Just scanning the market here. I'm not seeing a lot that makes me happy. Let's take a look at Cake and Lace. Lay to Lovelace, baby. Pancake swap. Let's take a look at Cake here. I mean, it's tight. That could be kind of an M. See how it's a messy M, but you could, just being creative there. But it's 2 peaks with a lower peak too. Very oversold though. Very oversold in the 4 hour. It's telling you, hey man, how much lower can I go? Also, I mean, the only people in Cake are people that probably have it staked. Like, I don't think I have Cake and I'm just keeping it staked. And I'm just continuously gaining on the Cake. It's just there's nothing else to do with it. I'm just like, I got into Cake at 60 cents. I rode it all the way up to 40 something, sold bags at 20, sold the whole bag at 18, right? And then bought a bag back at like, I don't know, around like 5, in between 5 and 6. And even if it's down now, I'm up so much on Cake. I'll tell you, it turned $1,800 into over $100,000. That's the claim to fame. I'm the Cake guy. I got really lucky. People saw me do. I didn't know what was going on. I just was like, oh, this Cake thing. All I wanted to do was mine some reef on Binance. That's the story. That's like that's how the story goes. And then my friend was like, why are you doing that on Binance? You can mine it on Pancake Swap and get way more. And I was like, I was so afraid to send money to like my MetaMask and connect it to these sites. And I was like, what the? And I was like, so I did like $600. I was weary. I did another 600. Next thing you know, I was in for 1,800. And I didn't buy Cake like any more than, I think I bought it 60 cents. And then I bought a little more, like $1, $1.10. And I was like, oh, this is a $3 coin. I said one day, I was like, I could see this going to $3 easy. It went to $3 like 2 days later. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to be a month later. I thought it was going to actually wait to 5X. And then it just kept going. 5, 6, every 10. Next thing you know, it was $20, $30. My friend was laughing. He couldn't believe it. People that I knew that like found out about Cake through my video, people were just like, how How did you? And I was like, we were just laughing our way to the bank. It was insane. Can we find another cake? You never know. Cake still staying strong. It is oversold in the 4 hour. I do see a possible breakout for cake to 514. Very oversold in the 4 hour. 1 hour does have momentum. Daily's indecisive though. See that? It could dump on you. See, I don't like the daily in a lot of these coins. I don't like the daily, man. Mizo no likes the daily. 6100. Interesting coin. XCAD banged on him. So look, XCAD just banged on him. Here's a trade that played out beautifully. XCAD to the upside, up 29% gains. XCAD. Finally, and it's been this Friday, the Friday low liquidity market. It's like, come on, baby. Come on, baby. But what a nice play. XCAD to the upside here. And we hit that, yeah, we hit that for 22%. And then it's kind of been coming down since then. That was a beautiful trade. Look at that on the daily. You're getting overbought on the daily on a lot of coins. Except KuCoin shares, man. KuCoin shares, look at that on the daily. That's definitely something you want to start watching on the daily. And someone asked about Lace and ALGO. I love ALGO. So Lace is hot. You see that? Leia love Lace. But again, high on that daily time frame. It just, we need the miracle move where the daily doesn't go sideways more than down. But this is telling me that Lace is probably going to come back down to the bottom of the trend line at least before it gets up there again. It can't break out of this at one point and get back up. What would be that measured move if we were able to get the bottom pattern divergence and make bacon on the beach with it? 146%. Sam, a life-changing tip you gave today on the Discord was the spreadsheet chart the token metrics coins and research them. If you get a chance, could you show your process there? Much thanks. Yeah, you get a Google spreadsheet. You type in, it's pretty simple. I don't know if I want to show my Google spreadsheets, but you know how to make a Google spreadsheet? You go to your Gmail account, you make a Google spreadsheet. I'm not going to really show my Gmail account here. Let me show you, but let me see if I can. But make a spreadsheet on Google Sheets. You know how to do that? Let's show you here. I'm going to show you right now if I can. You see, I'm in my Google area here. And you're going to go to New. And you're going to go to Google Sheets, right? And then you want to type in name. All right. Market cap. Okay. I like to put sector. Like, is it in, privacy? Is it a DeFi? Is it a metaverse? Give it some type of identity. Okay. Probably not even saying that right. Sector. I don't even use that word a lot. I don't think it has an E. I could be wrong. Now you put me on the spot. See, I get it now. But anyway, name, market cap, sector. Okay. Name, market cap, sector. Maybe you want to look at the float. You want to see diluted market cap. How much would be there if it was all out? That's an important number. You definitely want to know what the diluted market cap would be. Okay. And I want to know the chains. I want to know if it's multi-chain or solo chain. Multi-chain or no. That's very important to me, whether it's multi-chain faceted. Okay. And then you're going to go to token metrics in my group. Okay. Because we're giving you this amazing data. So we put out token metrics here. You're going to go find it. Right now we got XCAD. Like, let's just say, they like Cardano too now. Cardano's gaining strength. They say reserve rights. So you've never heard about it, right? So you go to CoinMarketCap. You type in RSR, which is reserve rights. Sorry about that. Hit this here. And you're going to be like, okay, we got a market cap of 135 mil. So, you just start being like, all right, I got RSR. You can put name and ticker, name/ticker, name/ticker if you want. I like to do that. Or you could do name and ticker, make them two different symbols, whatever you like. Market cap 136 million, right? You know, that's good enough for me. 134 actually it was. Let's lost 2 million real fast. But fully diluted market cap 906 mil. That's how many coins. If every coin came out at this price, that's how much it would be worth right now if all the coins were up. Circulating supply 14.8 billion. Yeah, and you want to put the circulating supply too. That's important. That's why I like EGLD. Has a very small circulating supply. All right. This is what we used to do a lot more on the channel. Like we do a lot more deep diving when the bull market begins. The show changes a little bit because we got to do different things in different parts of the market. You know, when the market changes. 14 bill. Right. So now, multi-chain or not, and how do you figure that out? You just go here and see. It's got an Ethereum address. Yeah, it's got a Solana, and it's got an XTAG. So it's on ETH. Right. It's on Solana. And it's on XTAG. All right, now I know that it has access to those chains. It's not just, you know, and okay. And what else do we want to know about it? We want to know, I mean, you want to research, you know, you could even write, did I check out the, you know, research website? And I could write things about the website, like didn't like the website, you know. Usually if I didn't like the website, I won't add it to the list. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of want to, I know this coin RSR. And that's just kind of, you know, and then you could, if you want to accumulate it, what you want to do, you can add in and out, profit and loss. So you could even go that far with it and you can just keep going. This is kind of a searchable list and I just keep continuing to add of coins that I want to find. So once, you know, and then you want to chart it and then you want to get into it. And now you have it as a, you know, you kind of figure out what people like about it, why they like about it, what's happening. All right. It's up, you know, so just something to think about. And remember, there's an idea for Lace that it will probably come back down here to the bottom of this channel. And that could be a giant double bottom too as well for a move up as well. So we're looking at Lace in that way. And what I do is I put alerts. So like I'll put like 2 alerts here. So I'll know about Lace when it happens. I'll put another alert here on Lace so I know when it happens. And sometimes I even put an alert here on the low stochastic. And then Lace is just set for me. When that occurs, I'll know about it. I won't have to think about it again, right? Like I put the time in when I'm there and then I can wait. All right. And remember, Bitcoin will ruin every trade in the game. Like LAVAX. LAVAX actually has some legs. Let's take a look at that. That's oversold on the daily. And those are the coins you're looking for. You're looking for low daily or flat daily. I mean, that looks like it's getting buried. You want to look at the 4 hour and start to get into like what you see. And wow, I mean, we got some shapeage. Kind of a descending triangle though, in my mind. Yeah. Slight uptrend. This is something to watch because it pops hard. And if Bitcoin even just begins to find a bottom somewhere, you'll see this move pretty fast. This wants to move. LAVAX. Yeah, I mean, the 1 hour is like ready to go. This coin looks good to me. You know, of all the coins I just went through, he's the only coin I would actually even touch, you know. I'm very selective. I go through 100 coins and only find 20 that, and then go through those 20 and only find 5, and then go through those 5 and only find 3. You know, just keep whittling it. Like, all right, that's got better than all those, but that's better than this, and then you find out what you feel just really hits the bells and whistles for you. But you got to have a trading system, otherwise you won't have anything to compare what you're looking at. Like, did it have this and that, or it has nothing? You know, EGLD is pretty much oversold on every time frame. I'm in a homogenous market where everyone follows Bitcoin anyway. It does pretty much. Beginner's Lifer Journey. Step 1, join the Discord. Watch the Lifers free bootcamp. Step 2, join the trading group. Step 3, join the beginner's course. Because leverage is riskier than trading a volatile alt on spot. I believe so, for sure. When you read Lifers testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. Christopher Kirkpatrick, the altcoins which follow Bitcoin's price action have bigger moves, which make for bigger gains. It's true, though. Lifer's beginner's course is stunning. Lifer is a calm-focused teacher and shares his years of experience, 2+ hours. He teaches TA style from A to Z, the foundation. Then first step for every lifer. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. So lava on my radar. Let's take a look at the 15. 15 minutes a little high. I don't like to get in yet. And we could see some more downside there. Oh, my family just came home. I was home alone. She okay, babe? Anyway, I'm going to run out. All right, everybody. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin, and then I'm going to jump on out for the day. I did like LAVAX there, but I don't see a lot in the market right now. I'm going to wait it out. There's always a better opportunity to arise. We're going to feel how Bitcoin, we're going to see what Bitcoin does. Ooh, this looks hot. Look at that. Bit of a cup and handle. KOK, I'll reload it. You know, this is actually hot. I broke out of that. See that? I'm going to be watching this pretty closely. I turn that green. And I'm going to continue my search through the market for my lifers until we get down to brass tacks and we find some gainers. Whether it's short or long, or we go sideways, we'll figure it out. Does anyone think Sam is on fire now during the live and the TA is fast paced? When bull market Sam is live, this channel is insanity. Shout out to Hash Puppy, man. I've been in Excel spreadsheet for all the coins I have and want separated by exchange. I keep track of what I have and want to acquire, along with cost basis, total cost, and what exchange it's on. You're a smart man, David. That's how you get acclimated with what you're doing and you control your portfolio. Thank you for all your effort and all your help. Can you please go over BLZ, please? Thank you. Anytime, Johanna Cordova. I love you, Johanna. You've been very supportive of me, Johanna. I hope you're having a wonderful day. God bless you and your family, and everything going on in your life is going well. I hope it is. Let's take a look at BLZ. It's also on KuCoin. I don't know, it's funny why I don't see the KuCoin pair here. Blue Zell, USDT. Swear this thing is on KuCoin. Maybe it only has a BUSD pair, or maybe I'll look at the Binance pair. Wow, this thing's ripping. Funny, isn't that, in the 15, but compared to the rest of the market, wow, this thing is ripping. Look at that. She's like, why is that ripping and nothing else? I mean, it had a low 4 hour when nothing else did, and it was in a bit of a flag here, see? And this is why I need my lifers. Like, someone might have seen this. We have 500 lifers. Someone might have seen this and posted the flag. You never know. You guys are getting more than I even realized, because that chat in 99, there's people posting all the time too and getting very active in the chat, right? So, getting resistance there though at about 20. Interesting. 25 for BLZ could get up there. It has legs in the 4 hour. No reason why it can't stop though. Blue trade beaten to the ground. What was that? Go? This PCX has been interesting to me. It's ChainX, right? Yeah, ChainX. And I believe Token Metrics has been watching this closely too. It's fallen closely into a wedge, all right? If you set your support and resistance up, it's still holding. It's interesting to me. Interesting. Yeah, sorry, Grace Protocol. I don't think he went over ALGO. Oh, yeah, ALGO. So sorry. Let's go over algorithm. Now, the first thing I do when I look at a coin, like I'll go over ALGO in like its basic form, First thing you want to do, we didn't really do this yet. Like, you want to look at a big time frame and set support and resistance. Like daily resistance, daily support, a little bit of daily support where we're at, hopefully, and then your last leg of lamb there and here. All right. Then you want to find your bottom and find your top, and you want to draw a Fibonacci. All right. First off. All right. Once you get that going, you kind of see we made an 88% retracement back to 37. Unreal, like horrible, right? Like so sad. But that's a healthy retracement. Now, you usually don't go much lower than that. That's it. That's the bottom. Anything is possible though. You have swing down here, and you have, a bit of bullish divergence slightly forming here on the daily. However, like I've been saying, the daily's high and it's coming down. Now, accumulating these coins on the weekly is the smartest thing to do when they're low. Accumulate. But you might be low. Like, we might have a multi-month bear market. There's a chance we are entering a multi-year bear market, everybody. I want to make that really clear. I'm not that moon boy who's saying we're going to 100K every day. I just want to make that really clear. You might hear me say we're going to 7K and you may not like it. I'm going to tell you every day what I see in the market regardless. If I think we're going to 7K, I'm going to say I actually don't think anything. If the chart conveys we're going to 7K, I'm going to show you what the chart conveys. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay? So, lifers from around the world, man. Yeah. All right, everyone, I'm out of here for the day. We're going to look at Bitcoin real quick before I get out of here. And then I'm going to call it on the show. 12 o'clock right now. time to make a move. Bitcoin bouncing back. I believe they capitulate wick. They get you where you go, and you know, buying into these wicks is the hardest thing to do because the fear is just running through your chest, and it makes you feel sick inside. But when you're oversold, you're oversold, you know, and when you're making a higher low, you're making a higher low. Okay. Now there's a chance this is what's brewing, and I'm not a fan of it. It's a bit of a bear flag. All right, it is a bear flag, a bearish rectangle. So we'll keep you posted. We'll keep you posted on this bearish rectangle. Sorry about that pop, Porter. We'll keep you posted on the bearish rectangle, though. Now, ideas that we could be in a bull market. One thing I want to say, I want to leave you guys with like some hopium here. You know, some cool ideas. And I have to credit these to my man, Crypto Love. Watch his video today. Crypto Love's got some amazing content. He'll blow your mind. All right? Crypto Love. But check it out. Just something to think about. All right? Something to think about. We have it here in the Discord. But like every time we hit these lines, right? A single Bitcoin hit on the lower line of the 3-week median has resulted in a Bitcoin bull run. And it just hit it. So like we hit it right there, resulted in a Bitcoin bull run. We hit it right there, resulted in a Bitcoin bull run. We hit it right there, and we just hit it. So I don't know. I'm just, you know, these are just some things that we may be in for a Bitcoin bull run. I'm just, you know. Now, this could be the 4th time that it doesn't happen. And that negates this idea, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 times doesn't make it a pattern. There's no guarantees here. But just something to think about, all right? Just something to think about. And I'm not guaranteeing a bull run either. Also, when people Google a bear market and the bear market search gets very high, we usually hit the bottom. And we're a very high Google search for we're in a bear market or we hit the bottom or whatever. So bear market search interest is higher than it's ever been. So just something to think about. Something to think about. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Shout out to the whole Bit Squad. Shout out to the team. Shout out to Frankie Candles. Shout out to everybody out there in the world. Shout out to BOOKMAP. All my beautiful people that support and love me. And shout out to everybody in the trading group. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for 823 likes. That is a record today. And everyone have a wonderful day. Be safe, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Crypto is life. Be safe. Now I sit awkwardly for a minute while I figure out... Danny! Get me off the screen, Danny. No, Danny, not like that. Then my hair dries off, and then it starts to look like I'm Robinson Crusoe. What the hell? I'm Antonio Banderas over here. No, I don't mean my... I'm going to go meditate for a second and give my brain a rest, and then jump back into the charts. Jumping right back into the markets. Shout out to CBC. I love you. If you're ever listening, know that I love you with all my heart, man. Takes me a second to find this thing every time. Got to do a better job. Everybody, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day. No words can express my gratitude for you sharing your time with me. Have a wonderful night. Oh. If you're going to the Celtics game tonight, I'll see you there. Live, baby, live. Yay! I can't believe it. I'm excited. That didn't sound good. Have a good night.